she ain't going for that. She probably cheating on you too. I'm sorry, Lucky. Go ahead.
Why you can't switch up though? You could switch up.
Because
You
you
can.
start to go on. It's how
Can.
you start is what you mean to go on.
Hold on,
You
y'all.
got
Let Lucky come in. Lucky ain't talked all night.
Yeah. No, because I like he brought up women are children, but gave the analogy of how children are. Men, boys and girls try their parents. Like boys at a certain age start to try their mothers too. So I want to ask, since Anton and Mr. Lego kind of are saying the same thing, do you think that men and women are supposed to challenge each other in different ways? Like a husband or a man is supposed to challenge his wife in a different way, and women are supposed to challenge their husband, not necessarily negatively, but in positive ways, like just in different aspects of the relationship.
I think that life is gonna challenge y'all to force y'all to face certain things together. I don't think that you should naturally try to challenge the person that you're with. I think that what happens is you're gonna face certain obstacles, and that life is gonna challenge you, and then you're gonna have to face it individually and collectively, and then figure out what that fallout is gonna look like. And then I think that sometimes you, without trying, get challenged because you're faced with a situation or a circumstance that's beyond your control. So let's just say, for example, she wound up having to quit her job, and then a burden wound up being on you as a man, whereas in most instances today, you got to have a 2-parent household in order to be able to survive. Now, that's just a challenge in life for you as a man to be able to provide for your family, because it's going to fall on your shoulders. It doesn't matter whether or not y'all both bring in money. If y'all lose your house, they coming to you and say, yo, fam, what the fuck is going on? You ain't got your household in order. They're not going to her and saying why y'all lose your house. So I think that life just naturally challenges you, and you got enough challenges as it is. You don't need another challenge between y'all, like purposely her trying to challenge you to see if you're going to boss up on her in order for you to substantiate whether or not she the person that's for you. That's the type of chick that you need to leave and kick her to the streets. Now, just a chick that just get out of character or get out of line because you ain't busted down, or you've been trying to make love to her every day. That's a different conversation. But life is already hard enough for most people. I don't think y'all should be trying to challenge each other inherently.
So yeah, when it comes to a woman challenging a man, if she doesn't see him progressing, she's going to get antsy. It's going to be a problem, because women start to get scared. Women start to worry, like, are we okay? Why, just like the video about the dude getting fat or whatever, like she's gonna, if you're starting to get stagnant, lazy, or the relationship or your life or y'all's life altogether isn't progressing, she's going to start messing with you. So as a man, your job is to always progress. Like, for example, if you lifting weights, at some point you got to go from 250 to 350. But if you still doing 250, benching 250 a year later, and your woman is, the person in the gym with you, as an example, she's going to start messing with you, because she's going to be like, oh, so you still lifting 250? Damn, that's crazy. He over there lifting 350. And next thing you know, you're going to get challenged.
Just that point before you move, because I don't want to forget, you said she's gonna challenge him if he's not progressing fast enough.
Yes.
By what? Nagging or staying on him, doing stuff like that?
Saying little shit, or possibly comparing you to a neighbor or another person, somebody at work or whatever.
Okay,
yeah.
So if a woman is slipping on her duties in the household, a man does what? Would that be considered challenging her because he starts to say little things?
Well, you said she's gonna start challenging you by comparing you to the neighbor and stuff, or the other dude?
Just period. She's going to start saying snide remarks if you are not progressing yourself or not progressing the family, because there has to be some type of progression in a man. If y'all is stagnant for a certain amount of time, she's going to start fucking with you in some type of way.
Let's have a conversation. Not fuck.
I was trying to get an understanding of the challenge, the way that a woman would challenge a man in a relationship if she feels he's not being progressive, versus if a man challenges a woman in a relationship if he feels she's not doing what she's supposed to do, or is it deemed not challenging when he does something and it's only challenging when the woman does something?
Like, well, when we challenge the woman, depends on how receptive she is. We don't challenge her. We just give her more instructions or give her direction. And she's either going to acquiesce or stay lazy. And if she stays lazy or doesn't listen, then we'll either suffer in silence to the point where we start cheating or start getting upset or whatever. But at the end of the day, a lot of men, if she doesn't do whatever it is that, like, for example, she's gaining weight and we like, yo, babe, like, just, we need to get into the gym. And say for some reason she's like, no, I don't want to get in the gym. I like my weight. I have happy weight. So I like the way I'm looking, and start walking around. He gonna just be like, all right. And he's not gonna mess with her. He's not gonna challenge her. He's gonna say it a couple times, but other than that, he's just gonna get another broad on the side or something. He's gonna start doing something that has nothing to do with her. So that in itself, dysfunctional or what, can be looked at as a challenge. But we men, we gonna say something, and if you don't listen, there's going to be some type of side effect or some type of what's the word? Consequence.
Consequence.
Yeah,
Well, see, Anton's, if I can, it's been a while, but Anton usually says you gotta pull it out of him. How do you pull it out of him unless you challenging her?
I was gonna
Well,
say
like
that.
I said, sometimes the challenging of the woman can possibly be dysfunctional, because at the end of the day, if my woman isn't listening to me, I have literally lost, control. So men would literally look for control in some other type of way. But sadly, if she starts to fall off, we're not just going to be challenging her like that, because we're not necessarily these verbal creatures like women are. We just it's going to be a non-verbal cue that's going to challenge her. And if she doesn't pick up on it, the relationship is going to get worse, or something's going to go wrong. Because her job is to acquiesce to the man. And if she don't acquiesce, we ain't going to be yelling at her and nagging. Men don't nag. We just going to make changes in some type of way, whether it's dysfunctional or functional, or get rid of her ass.
All right, so women create problems for themselves when they challenge men. When they challenge men, it would be more beneficial for women to challenge each other, and that is challenging each other to be worthy of marriage. Instead of a twerk challenge, let's have a cook-off. Instead of seeing who can put a whole banana in their mouth, how about challenge each other to see who can shut their damn mouth? But instead, you want a career challenge. You want a career challenge, but you don't even want to work a traditional 9-to-5. You complain and ask for flexible hours every year. But you only want to challenge things that can put you at an even playing field in the eye of society. If you really want to challenge us men, don't half step. If you really want to do it, come play rugby. Come to UFC, or come to the MGM down in Las Vegas and put on a boxing glove. Put an application in the oil mines, the companies. You won't do that because it's not to your benefit.